Time for that Life of Class podcast with Stiles and Zay. So please don't be late.
Man, y'all already know that the bell has went off, and it's Stiles, and of course I'm not alone.
It's Isaiah. We've been back. It's been a while, folks. I know.
Yeah, it's only been like a week or two. It ain't really been that long that we've been gone, you know. But don't act like y'all be on time for class. Anyway, man, thank you so much to everybody still here. But listening, y'all, man, welcome to the Life of Class podcast, man. It's your boy Stiles. But y'all already know what the fuck going on, man. And I'm your humble, gracious, man, I am everything. Y'all already know that, man. And Isaiah is here.
You know,
I call him Zay. Y'all call him Isaiah.
You can call me whatever y'all want.
He's known as Zay.
Zay around
for the sake of the podcast.
For the sake of the podcast, if you weren't
Stiles and Zay. Y'all heard the intro.
You already heard the intro. So
shout out to everybody that's been listening this past time on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, on Apple Watch, Google Chrome, YouTube, everybody, man. Big things coming season 2. We will be hitting YouTube, getting filmed. We got a whole new setup.
Yes.
How do you like the new setup?
Listen, folks, I know that you guys haven't seen all this stuff, but like as soon as we show you the setup, and like as soon as you seen it through the video, I know you guys are going to love this shit because the way it looks like, the lighting, everything, you're going to be seeing us. You're going to see the whole fucking table. You're going to see, what we got to all. I mean, you guys are going to be blown away. And I'm very excited to show you not only what we have to bring to season 2, what we're going to be talking about, topics, but just the whole setup. And you just being able to see our, beautiful faces.
We got a lot coming season 2, man. I'm like, this merch will be here.
Merchandise
will be starting. Merchandise will be starting. I really want to take the time out and appreciate everybody's patience because I know the ones listening to this, I know y'all been waiting.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it because I've had people hit me up like, hey, when you going to drop another podcast? And I'm just like, yo, this kind of dope that people are waiting. Somebody's like, I done listened to episode 20 like 5 times now.
Damn.
Can you drop another one? I'm like, all right, it'll come. There were technical difficulties in between, and then now it's really not even safe to be doing one right now with Isaiah here because of the coronavirus pandemic that's going on. But, hopefully this man is safe and sanitized. I know I am. So,
I know I am. Shit. I've been washing my
hands. Hope this isn't the last podcast, y'all.
Oh no, this won't be the last podcast. I promise you that.
Speaking of the last podcast, my voice cracked. Speaking of this, I guess nothing ain't changed. Speaking of the last podcast, a dope podcast name, which is a podcast I already know, the last podcast on the left. That's a pretty dope name for
that. Is a pretty dope ass
Have
name.
you listened to it?
Of course, I haven't listened to it. It's great.
Oh man, okay, look at this guy.
Come on now.
He like, yeah, man, I'm like 5 steps ahead of the game. But, what have we missed? What have y'all missed? I mean, do we want to start with the plain and simple with the corona pandemic right now?
Yeah, we can kind of talk.
Or do we want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl champions?
Fuck yeah,
baby!
I told people from the fucking beginning. Nobody fucking listened to me. Nobody fucking believed in it. But I'm telling you, man, you cannot deny Patrick Mahomes. You cannot deny this team anymore. People have been sitting here sleeping on this team for too fucking long. I've told people time and time and time again. Andy Reid is a great coach. Not only does he understand how the mechanics of the game works, but he just understands his players. He's with his players 100%. He's like, hey, Patrick, what do you think's good? He's not sitting over here like fucking, most of these coaches say, hey, you're going to run this fucking play because I told you to. He's going, hey, what do you see out there, kid? Okay, this is what you see. Go ahead and run whatever you think is right. And Patrick is basically fucking running the whole offense. Whatever he says goes, basically. And it's proven to work. Look at the Super Bowl, for instance, right? Look at every fucking playoff game, right? Down by 10 plus points.
I agree.
10 plus points. Look at the fucking Super Bowl. If you pull up the stats, if you look on paper, rushing yards, passing yards, interceptions, you would have fucking thought the San Francisco would have won. You would have thought. No question of doubt. You would have, if you were any NFL analyst, anything.
Because of the San Francisco's offensive coordinator, Mike Shanahan, I don't think they would have won. Only because that's the same coordinator that was the Falcons' offensive coordinator when they lost the Super Bowl. And I've known Mike Shanahan, and this ain't got nothing to do about the Kansas City Chiefs because that's who we really care about. We don't give a fuck about the San Francisco 49ers, to be honest with you. But anyway, shout out to Richard Sherman, shout out to George Kittle, shout out to Jimmy G. But aside from that, y'all kick rocks, man. Kansas City Super Bowl champs, baby. Man, it's crazy that the world is about to end, and that's the last thing that we got to live by. The Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
Fucking years.
Don't you love that?
I love it.
But Mike Shanahan can definitely get a team to the Super Bowl. But What type of lead did the Falcons have on the Patriots, man?
That's true. This is true.
He was the offensive coordinator. And even though the San Fran 49ers, they only had, a 10-point lead, but that's still something you can hold out in football. Like,
especially the Super Bowl, and you have arguably the best defense in the league.
Arguably, you got Richard Sherman on that side of your defense. Like,
and the funny thing
that scares most offenses, but it doesn't scare
not the Kansas City Chiefs, because we got a goddamn tracks team out there, man.
It's crazy because,
Jesus Christ,
man, from Sammy to Reek to Pat and then to Travis, man, and then the Chiefs got Travis through his prime.
Yeah,
so he's.
And let's not forget the run game too. Damian Williamson came out of fucking left field. I not gonna lie, I did not know who he was, had no clue who this kid was, and he came out and he was just a star from the very beginning. He touched the football to the very end. I mean, he has been a great addition to this team, and I'm just so proud. You know, we've worked very hard for this, and I think that if the world doesn't end, you know, here in this crazy 2020 to start out with. We'll see at least a repeat back to back.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm 100% hoping for a repeat by them, because it's like I know that they won it this year, and I know that they're a great team. Like I know you're not going to take this away from them regardless. Last year, you know, they got close, tasted it, didn't get it. This year they got it, and I'm like, it's literally in the next 20 years, man. It could be Pat Mahomes' league.
Yeah, it could be.
Like, I'm not even going to lie. And the team they have, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right.
Because these teams are going to be building their teams, if we have the NFL next season, they're going to be building their teams around, you know, defensive schemes in order to beat the Chiefs. Once again, if a team is putting up 49 plus a game on you, it's going to take a lot of scheming to beat that type of an offense. It's going to take a fucking lot. Like, we're thinking years into the future with the game progressing, where every team has a quarterback that can throw like that and can put that up. But that's how Steph was when he came into the league, though. Mm-hmm. Well, not when he came in, but when Steph evolved, Steph Curry changed the three-pointer, and that's how it is now. Like, folks can pull,
pull from fucking half court after time.
It's like it's ninth grade kids learning deep range, learning NBA range, and like I got a homeboy named Chris who hates it because like his son is 10 years old and he like thinks the game is all about shooting threes, this, that, and the third, and it's not. It's not. But three is always worth more than two, and because I'm a three-point shooter myself, but it's all about how you accumulate that into your game. Like, I'm not coming out on the court just standing on the three-point line the whole time waiting for the ball. Because, first off, defense is going to know what's coming. And then it's really no point. But Steph single-handedly changed the three-pointer in the NBA. So I don't see why Pat Mahomes isn't like – because you got to think – the next generation of everything is going to be better than the generation before. Of course. Just because of how time is going to move and how things are. Like,
yeah, but that's the whole thing. Like, a lot of people didn't think that, like, Pat Mahomes is not projected to be a top-round pick, right? Just so you guys know, we were supposed to have Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. You're welcome, Kansas City. We could have had Deshaun Watson, and you see how that played out. Not saying that he's not a bad quarter. He's a bad quarterback by any means. He's a good quarterback. I'm not saying by any means that he's a terrible quarterback at all. What I'm saying is every time, if you tell me we're down by 20 plus points, 30 plus points, and even if it's in the third quarter, what quarterback do I want out there? You're going to damn right know it's Patrick Mahomes. And the way he reads defense, the way that he has chemistry with the players, the way he can just launch the ball. I mean, look at the time. I mean, most of the rushing yards that came from the Super Bowl was from Patrick Mahomes running the ball himself.
Oh, that was
he said, shit. Run. He said, you don't want to do it? Shit, I'll do it myself. Because he knows how the game is played and he can read the field. You're on the field with him. He's not looking at the offensive players who's open. He's looking at the defensive players who's covering who's matched up with who. That's what he's looking at. He is redefining what a quarterback is in the NFL and what people should be looking at. Because on tape in college, a lot of guys are like, well, he's reckless. Well, he's this. Well, he's that. Look at him now, fucking Super Bowl champ. And mind you, only his second year as a starter.
Third year in the league.
Second year as a starter, though. He already has.
First year as a starter.
First year. League MVP.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
League MVP.
Yeah, that's right.
Super Bowl MVP and now Super Bowl champ. Arguably should have been league MVP as well this year again, but I mean, you can't
and get the same. What else is it to do now except add more hardware to the hardware you already have?
That's what I'm saying. That's all you need to do. He's gonna collect at least before Patrick leaves at least 5 rings. I'm saying it right now. It may not be with the same people, but Patrick Mahomes himself will collect at least 5 rings, if not more. That's what I know.
Take a whiff.
Oh, damn. Damn. That shit is strong.
Legalize it.
Legalize it, folks. But speaking of this right on the NFL, have you seen these fucking trades going on? I don't know if it's people losing their fucking mind because of the coronavirus, but did you see the fucking Arizona Cardinals picked up DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah, that trade.
And they traded him for arguably one of the worst running backs in the league. I'm just going to come out and flat out say it. He is one of the most trash ass running backs in the fucking league right now.
It's not really a way to deny.
I mean, and so when you look at, I was like, why did they trade DeAndre? I was like, why is he being traded again? Why are you giving away your most valuable asset for who in a top round pick?
I don't understand it.
I mean, unless you're getting a top wide receiver or a top running back, I don't even know why you would have even made that trade.
Which brings me to my team, the Falcons, who let Austin Hooper, who arguably, even though George Kittle and Travis Kelce both made it to the Super Bowl and Falcons didn't even make the playoffs, but Austin Hooper is arguably one of the best tight ends in the league.
For sure.
He just wasn't really on the team. Atlanta let him walk, and he's now the highest paid tight end, signed to the Cleveland Browns. And then they released Devontae Freeman, which I want the whole team to blow up, to be honest with you. Like, I'll trade Matt Ryan, trade Julio Jones. Julio needs a ring. He's not going to get it in Atlanta right now. And it doesn't look like we're moving in the direction that's going to happen anytime soon. So trade them, get a draft pick, and we could have got a quarterback. But that's not what happened. They waived Devontae Freeman. Same time, prior to the Rams waiving Todd Gurley, and Todd Gurley, who went to UGA, has now been picked up by the Atlanta Falcons. So that is a great addition to the backfield. So, I mean, we got Todd Gurley in the backfield, still got Julio Jones. I mean, we don't really have a tight end. They're talking about taking a edge in the draft. So, I don't really exactly.
I mean, all right.
I don't know what's going on there. What else?
What they really need to do is create some more cap space and then just rebrand the whole team. Like, for instance, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have done an amazing job with what they just fucking did.
That's a team who I thought would have been the first team up to get Todd Gurley. I thought Tampa Bay, they already signed Tom Brady. I figured they would still have the money for that. And then that can bring somebody because you got Tom. Okay, you sit down and meet with me. And then I tell you, all right, Tom Brady's not Tom Brady. Like, the Tom Brady that's in Tampa Bay is the Michael Jordan that played for the Wizards. Like, that's the version that they're going to get. But $50 million man, so I'm not denying it.
$30 million a year contract.
But my thing is, if you sit down, somebody tells you, hey, I got Tom Brady, I got Mike Evans, I need a running back. Come on. I mean,
why not?
Still being young in the league, coming from winning, especially with the Rams.
Yeah.
Like, coming from winning, you want to continue to win. So that would be a deal I think somebody would take.
I think so too.
But
I think Tampa Bay has it all figured out because they're gonna surround Tom Brady with weapons that he needs, and it's just gonna be a different offense. And I think for the first time in a long time, Tom Brady's gonna be able to run the offense that he wants because I think he's been kind of
out of the pocket. I'm about to say that better.
No, God, no. I think he's been kind of. I'm not gonna say baby, but he's definitely been kind of Bill Belichick, great coach. I'm not gonna take that away from him, but I think that he's kind of just kind of told Tom Brady what you're gonna do. You're my quarterback. This is what you're gonna do. And this is kind of how the thing is. And don't get me wrong, Tom Brady is like a coach out there in his own mindset, even as a player. But I think Tom Brady really needs to just rebrand himself, go out there and just show, hey, I'm going to do this because I can. I can do this anywhere that you fucking send me. Send me the goddamn Cleveland Browns. I'll make them a fucking, a playoff contender.
First of all, I think if anybody went to the Cleveland Browns right now, they'd be a playoff contender. I think they're one piece away from being a playoff contender.
I think so too. They just got to hone everything. They got a lot of young guys. Myles Garrett had that, incident that happened. And so, but I think once they figure out, I think a lot of these young teams, once they figure out how to piece all these, young talent superstars together, then, and all these older teams, getting rid of their older talent and letting these guys go and letting some of these guys retire and kind of just, letting the cycle of things kind of take over. You'll see a different NFL. It's going to take, a year or two, but, Mahomes has already pushed it, in the future a good 5 years. And the NFL was already changing to adapt to Mahomes. That's it. You can't say that the NFL is going to be like, okay, well, we're just going to keep doing what we're doing and hoping that will stop, Patrick. It's not. You're going to have to rebrand your defense. You're going to have to rebrand your offense to even be a contender. And that's all there is to it. So.
Oh, yeah. That's where the league is at now. No. The Eagles made a move.
Shit, they did.
What was it?
I'm trying to think. You're right. Everybody's been so wrapped up in everything else that I kind of...
It was something major, too.
Kind of forgot about it.
I can't think about it off the top of my head. I'm about to find out right now.
Right now. Coming at you live.
Oh, yeah, they got Darius Slay.
Oh, yeah.
They got Darius Slay.
Okay.
They got Darius Slay, and what else? What else happened?
Yeah, I think that's really...
No, it was it Stephon Diggs?
Where did he go to?
Was it Stephon Diggs or was it Sammy Watkins?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Stephon Diggs, though.
I don't think I've heard anything on Sammy Watkins, but, could be wrong. Oh, and Cam Newton got released, too. That's right, from the Carolina Panthers. Forgot about that. Which is... Because they picked
Stephon Diggs to Buffalo. To the Bills, that's right. Stephon Diggs to the Bills.
Yeah, because they picked up... Because the Panthers picked up Teddy Bridgewater from the Saints for Cam's spot. So I don't know where Cam's going to go, but fuck. Anywhere.
To the Falcons. He's from... I don't like Cam, but...
He's just very injury prone. That's the only thing. It's just like when you have a player that's that injury prone, that's been hurt that many times. It's kind of like he's a great quarterback, but it's just like when you start getting into the like RG3s of the world, where it's just like you're a running quarterback that's big, but can also throw the ball, but you're also always getting hurt. It's like hard to argue should we keep this guy, because then you become more of a liability than an asset.
True enough.
So, like for instance, like JJ Watt always tearing his shit.
Liabilities.
When you're a big player like that, no matter what, if you're a big guy, whether that be on the defense side of the ball, whether it be offensive side of the ball, and you're either running a lot, you're tackling a lot, you're going to get injured. Shit's going to get fucked up. Mm-hmm. So, you're going to be a liability from the get-go. Of course, people are going to want to pay you money, but it's just all about your presence and how you can keep yourself healthy. Look at Aaron Donaldson. He's been keeping himself pretty damn healthy for even being a big...
That's a great example.
That's a great example. But then you go on the other side, look at J.J. Watt. He's been hurt. Now maybe just be like a tear here or there, but at the same time, that shit takes time to heal. It's not just a little bit. Buddy. Oh yeah,
put some of that on, bro.
That's the shit.
Man,
this we won't say it because it's lotion, but until you guys pay,
I ain't telling you what type it is.
Hey, if you want to add here, we'll say whatever. We'll get you. You get a car place. You're like, oh, come, we'll get you this car. Let us know.
As much as you gotta wash your hands nowadays, you gotta keep some of this lotion with you, man. Oh man!
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah, my homegirl gave it to me.
Peach, damn.
My homegirl's mom, who owns a salon or whatever, gets a whole bunch of shipment of these type of lotions in for like her clients and stuff. So she has some extra baby bottles, right?
That shit is nice.
Folks, y'all can't see the background yet for everything we have going on, but Isaiah can. And I have a poster of 3 of the GOATs. LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and, man, I want to tear up right now. The late, great
Kobe Bryant.
Man, y'all haven't heard it from us yet, so if we pinch any nerves bringing it back up, I sincerely do apologize. Let's get this moment of silence out for Kobe, Gigi, and everybody else involved in the accident. All right. I'm gonna go first. I was at work bartending at Olive Garden, and a guest came in, and this is Pro Bowl Saturday. Pro Bowl
that's
Sunday.
right. That's right.
Pro Bowl Sunday. You know, I got all the TVs turned to the Pro Bowl because, you know, it is what it is. You got to have it on sports whenever you're working at the bar. So then a guest comes in and he sits down. And I remember 2 nights before watching the Lakers game as Bron passed Kobe, because I'm really looking at Bron now like LeBron can be the NBA's all-time leading scorer at the path he's going. So I watched him surpass Kobe. I'm like, man, Bron passing another GOAT. Like, I remember when Kobe passed Jordan. Like, I remember watching that. And this man sits down at the bar. He's like, did you hear the news? And I said, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, because it was, you know, it was a joke. And I'm like, you know, and I'm in Kansas City. Y'all know that. So that's a joke. Hey, did you hear the news? The Chiefs won the Super Bowl. Hi. Yeah, everybody knows. No, the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl because it was the Pro Bowl time. So, yeah, of course. He was like, did you hear the news? And I was like, the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl? And he was like, Kobe died. And I stopped making the drink I was making. I said, Kobe who? He said, Kobe Bryant. You're lying.
You're lying.
TMZ reported it. TMZ don't play no games. All right. Looked on my phone. Forget this table's drink I got to make right now. Kobe might have just died. Like, I don't care about none of this. So I look it up. I turn TV. It's not hitting TV just yet, but I Google it. It's real. And 10, 15 minutes later, it hit all over television. And to this day, I still can't even fathom this because, man, ball is life. Like, I was a hoop kid growing up. And Kobe Bryant, when I first fell in love with basketball, Kobe with the fro and the goatee, number 8 Kobe that didn't give a care, Kobe that won a dunk contest in warm-up clothes. Like, Kobe Bryant is an assassin and was a different type of a basketball player on the court. And the type of love that you have for him, whether you was a Laker fan or wasn't a Lakers fan, you still knew that this man is something special. And I didn't watch him, like, you know, as one of his best friends through his whole career. But every time I could watch a Lakers game, I made sure I saw it. And through the years, with Shaq, without Shaq, with Paul Gasol winning championships, and all the way through the end of his career, hitting 60 on his final game, Kobe Bryant is this man. It's just because it was more than just basketball. Like, people that know this, he had Academy Awards, like, for having children's podcasts and his storytelling aspect and what he was doing in, like, his next phase. And it's just crazy that Kobe's gone. And he wasn't even, I just can't believe it, man. Like, it still doesn't make any sense.
It's really tough because, you know, I was at work, giving people, you know, checking them out at Quick Trip, you know, doing the manager things, you know, and this guy comes in and he tells me, hey, you know, did you know Kobe Bryant died? And I was like, nah, man, you're kidding, right? You're kidding. So, you know, go to the back and I start looking on my phone, and sure as hell enough, he passed away. And it's so sad to see because it's, For me, it was just more than just him playing basketball because he was just a lover of the sport. But his passion was what the biggest thing, because he pursued it, and he pursued it with everything that he got. He didn't do it, 50-50. He didn't do it half-assed. He gave it everything he got. And, you could see it, whether it was just him explaining basketball, whether it was how he, taught his daughter Gigi, how he, brought it to other people, and how he just kept on mentoring people. Even though he was leaving basketball, even after he left basketball itself, he never really left. His presence was still there, and it still is today. Kobe will be remembered forever as, the most influential player in basketball, no matter how you see it. I mean, there's no way to even put him on a different league as anybody. He's just his own player. I mean, really. I mean, he came to the league and he changed it completely from the very beginning that he did. Just like with all the greats that have came before him and after him, he's come on. He put on a great show, and
that's what solidifies a great man. Changed the game.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, and that's what he's done. And it's just it is sad, but it's just we have to remember the good times and what he left for us and everybody to follow through. And not just anybody that just is following basketball, but anybody of any sport. The mentality that it takes to be on that level and to love a sport and to have a passion for anything, whether it's, sports, gaming, schools, academics, work, whatever it may be for you. Have that passion like Kobe did for basketball, and the passion that he had for life. He showed it in his kids and his wife and everything that he left behind. It's just it was great to see how the community came together, and how everybody of basketball came together to celebrate his life, because that's what it is. It's just a celebration of his life, and his legacy will continue, just like many others. So,
R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant, man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to Gigi, and like we said, everyone else lost in the helicopter crash. And now, back into the class clown mode.
That's right. Back into the regular stuff. All
with
the
you saying that his legacy shall continue, I'm glad his legacy shall, because the NBA shall not.
Yep.
Because not even. And one thing that I know we said we're going to talk about the coronavirus, and we will, you guys.
We will.
One thing to say, since we already talked about football, Sean Payton, head coach of the
I saw that.
New Orleans Saints, tested positive for coronavirus. And with basketball, the amount of names from Donovan Mitchell to Rudy Gobert to Kevin Durant.
Yeah, big names. These are not just like random people that are just.
But
I will say this: Rudy kind of had it coming to him. That shit was funny as fuck.
It was funny
because he was sitting there. He's like, "Are you worried about?" And he's like touching all these mics and stuff, and then it comes back out that he's like one of the first NBA players that tests positive for the coronavirus, and I was like, that shows you that
Marcus Smart of the Boston Celtics tested positive, and 4 Lakers names haven't been released yet, and there were other Brooklyn Nets players as well, but we're not on that yet. The NBA is no longer going on because of the coronavirus, but what we have so far, guys, it took a minute. It took a minute for Zion Williamson to touch the court.
Oh my God!
It took a minute for him too, because of his knee injury and everything. And I was on this podcast telling y'all before, Ja Morant, because I know you've seen a little bit of Ja Morant in action now in the NBA. He is a force to be reckoned with. Ja Morant is not
clean.
like
he's clean. I'll give it to you.
And I had him picked for Rookie of the Year just because I figured his game would shine better than Zion's game as far as dunking. But Zion would have had the amusing vote, the fan vote, whatever it may be. It took him a while to come back and get active, but when Zion hit the court, man, he definitely balled. Like, nothing short of amazing.
I mean, in his first game, did you see how many threes he made in a row? I mean, he was,
4.
oh my God, he was on fire. I mean, he is a force to be reckoned with. Not only is he big, not only is he agile, but man, he can move, he can make moves, he can pass. He sees the whole court, and he's a damn good player. Damn good player.
I'm at a point right now, I don't know exactly where Zion's career is gonna go right now, just because I'm still waiting for his full form. Like, I'm trying to see what his final full skill set is gonna be. But Giannis is still, in my opinion, the best player in the NBA.
Oh, damn straight.
James Harden is still my guy.
You put some damn respect on.
But Giannis Antetokounmpo still.
Damn right. You put some damn respect. Best Bucks player to ever play in the fuck.
There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of via our last conversation, there's a lot of pressure on the Lakers, wanted or unwanted, because through the loss of the late great Kobe Bryant, the Lakers continue to play well.
Yeah.
So now, it's put them in a realm of nothing matters to them. Like, they're going to play well through everything as long as they have LeBron and AD. So when the NBA does come back,
which I think
we'll
see.
Prior to the league suspending the rest of the season, the Lakers were heavy favorites to win the NBA championships because they've been hooping all year.
Yeah.
Clippers still had a good chance. Rockets, I'm not sure. That's my team in the West, man. But the pieces that they had, bringing in Russell Westbrook's fine and cool, but it's still just not there for them.
Yeah, it really isn't.
And then just, that's like, I don't want to give too much because it's not too much to finalize on, because we just, left open-handed. But Luka Doncic definitely been hooping. Like, Luka Doncic is the next coming of everything. Like, he's on track to break records set by Bron. Like, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Shout out to Trae Young. He made the All-Star game this year off the Atlanta Hawks. Well, we had the second worst record in the league. We still had an All-Star. So that's a plus. And I'm just, simple and plain, sitting back, waiting, hoping for basketball to come back, because we don't have any NBA. We don't have any March Madness, which kills right now, because this is around the time.
Well, not only that, but a lot of people's senior season ended shortly, abruptly.
This is when stuff would be kicking off right now, man. And So yeah, it's time to go ahead and keep it moving. Man, y'all know that we back. That's definitely keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. One of my favorite segments.
Let's go.
Zay, I'm
ready. I'm ready for this shit.
Zay, are you ready?
I'm ready for this shit. I'm ready for this shit.
Let's y'all, man, we back. So people that don't know, man, keep it moving, simple and plain, man. It's news that you want to know about, but we're not gonna tell you. Sorry.
We're gonna keep it moving.
Exactly. Simple and plain. First up, a new bill will require students to play sports based on gender identified at birth. Big Daddy Kane says Eminem is the Kobe Bryant of hip hop.
Oh.
I don't know. Not yes, but not no.
Oh.
A woman sues a company after she won a Toyota that turned out to be a toy Yoda.
Damn. I would be pissed too.
Yeah, definitely. Man who robbed bank to get away from wife sentenced to home confinement. So yeah, but I guess not getting away from her.
Yeah, you're not getting away from her.
It was a Girl Scout troop that set up a cookie booth outside a marijuana dispensary.
Oh,
little geniuses.
Yeah, that's actually smart as
Man,
fuck. Okay,
that's the smartest
Girl
part to
Scouts.
put one.
Okay.
This just in: a woman who stands by you when you're broke is cheating on you.
Big facts.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that, big facts.
Puma signed J. Cole for a footwear and apparel deal.
Oh, I saw that shit, and that dunk was sweet.
Red Lobster's Cheddar Bay biscuits are no longer unlimited.
Oh, bullshit.
Well, Red Lobster no longer open right now due to what's going on.
Okay, Red Lobster.
A gay couple divorced because one is a Nicki Minaj fan and one loves Cardi B. That's a tough reason to 100%.
Damn, that's you can't. You just can't do it then.
Sway Lee has said that he's designing men's heels because he's not afraid to be different.
Oh, okay, Sway.
Yeah, whatever.
You don't have the answers, but okay.
A gay man is miraculously turned straight by eating a single bite of Chick-fil-A.
Bullshit. Bullshit. That's a fucking promo. That's a fucking
got to be. Founder of Trader Joe's passed away. At the age of 89.
Damn. I love that place.
A couple to marry again after husband with dementia proposes to wife he thought was his girlfriend.
Damn.
That's cute.
That's cute as fuck.
Yoo-hoo has released a vanilla ice cream flavor.
Bullshit. I'm getting that right now.
Just like ice cream.
Bullshit. I'm getting that right fucking now. When did this happen? I missed this. What the fuck? Thanks, Corona.
Nicki Minaj's husband was arrested by the feds for not registering as a sex offender.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
The Arizona State House passes bill banning transgender female athletes from playing school sports.
Okay.
And does your meth contain coronavirus? Because the Florida Police Department will test it for free.
This and more coming up in Independence, Missouri.
Greg Robinson, NFL player a while back, a couple weeks ago, got arrested facing 20 years in prison because he had 157 pounds of marijuana.
Oh, I saw that shit, yeah.
Yeah. And a driver was pulled over with an expired 1997 license plate and told the police that he's been busy.
Oh, damn. What do you say what do you say back to that,
I don't even understand.
Sir, but, I don't know what to say.
Y'all, let's keep it moving, man.
That was a good keep it moving.
That's hilarious.
Shit.
Where are we at on the list? We got music, y'all.
Music.
There was new music. There's so much music.
So much music.
Let me go ahead and hit y'all with this. Joyner dropped Lotto, a new song off of his ADHD album, which I said on the podcast over a year ago that it was coming out sometime in the fall, but it's finally coming out. The release date is supposed to be March 27th. So around that point, we should be getting ADHD from Joyner. But yeah, we got Lotto. So now off of the album, we've heard Lotto, ADHD, ISIS, Revenge, 10 Bands, and Devil's Work, I Love. He's given us like 9 songs off of the album. There's one I'm missing. He's given us 9 songs off the album, but it's going to be like a 22-track album. So I'm 100% anticipating and ready to listen to it. Did you hear Uzi?
Oh my God, Lil Uzi's okay. So Lil Uzi's first off, he put out 2 new albums. He didn't just put out fucking one. So you got the Eternal Take, and then you got goddamn. Love versus the World 2. So, or Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2. However you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
The Eternal Take is fire as fuck. If you've not heard Silly Watch, if you've not heard Pop, if you've not heard Low Main, if you've heard Baby, I mean, that shit. And the funny part is, Lil Uzi actually spit in this bitch. I will say, I don't know, I mean, I understand why people like P2, which is basically All My Friends Are Dead, but he basically remade it. And I don't know. But, and then Lil Uzi vs. the World 2 is actually, it's all right. I mean, it's a pretty good listen to, but I mean, the real, where it shines is Eternal Take. Like, Lil Uzi Vert is actually spitting on that bitch. Like, I heard Silly Watch, and I was like, okay, damn. I was like, he had some fucking bars in that bitch. So, because you know me and Stiles are pretty much more for. I mean, I like all sorts of music. I'll listen to anything, even if it's like, you know, kind of that whiny shit that I guess people don't like. But I mean, I
What's
like more
whiny shit?
You know that like. That type of
Describe
shit.
an artist.
That does like whiny shit.
Yes.
Sway Lee, for instance.
Okay.
His new song. Someone said that kind of whiny shit, you know, or like Post Malone was like, ooh yeah, that type of whiny shit,
nice.
You know. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, everybody can spit, but what I'm saying is like I'll listen to any music that's good. But yeah, Lil Uzi Vert's new album was pretty good. Roddy Ricch. Holy shit! People slept on that motherfucker.
Yeah, a lot of people.
That album is fucking ridiculous.
A lot of people sleep on Roddy Ricch.
Excuse me for my social.
Roddy Ricch is.
God damn it! What is it? Social. Y'all know what I'm trying to get at, but
Sure
goddamn,
they do.
It is good as fuck. Like it's god damn it! Now you got me trying to fucking look this shit up now over here.
I might make a phone call later so we can get somebody's opinion because.
Please excuse me for being antisocial. That's what it was. I forgot. Goddamn. But no.
I have a friend who swears by
God.
Well, yes, of
Jesus?
course. But
Baby Jesus.
I'm trying to think because I get both these motherfuckers mixed up.
Don't tell me who you get mixed up.
Who just dropped the album? Lil Baby or Young Boy?
Lil Baby. Well, Lil Baby and Young Boy both dropped it now.
Who? It was Lil Baby.
Yeah, Lil Baby just recently dropped an album.
Yeah, both them niggas, man.
I don't know these niggas.
Yeah, my boy, Lil Baby shit, the hardest shit he heard. Blah blah. This nigga face.
Okay. Let's be honest here.
We're about to
have a call.
Are y'all ready for this? Like, this is what we're doing on season 2. Like,
we gonna call his ass right now and be like, hey, listen, you need to talk that shit right now.
Simple and plain.
Simple and plain.
He gonna understand too.
Oh shit.
We're about to see.
Oh shit. Will he answer?
Don't you love calling niggas and they don't answer? Hello. All right, sir. You're on the Level Class Podcast right now. I have a question for you though. All right, hey, Tree, y'all, this is Tree. Tree, say what's up to the people.
What's happening, folks?
All right, Tree, this is Isaiah. Say what's up to Isaiah.
What's up, Tree?
All right, no routine. All right, now, Tree, of the 3 albums, I'm about to ask you, which is the best that you have heard between Roddy Ricch, Lil Uzi, and Lil Baby?
I don't know. I feel like Baby got it.
I told you.
Damn.
And just tell me why, real quick. Just what did you like about the album in general?
Was it?
Besides Uzi coming out with like two shits, I don't know. I feel like Baby got it. I can listen to Baby shit like without skipping. I can
Damn. Without skipping, so you can't listen to Roddy Ricch's shit without skipping.
He can listen to Roddy Ricch without skipping.
You need something new. You need some of that hubba da dubba da. You need some of that hubba bubba shit. Okay.
Can't even be mad at it.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
All right. Well, next time we're gonna ask you a question is when Joyner drop his album because this nigga be hating.
Oh, he be hating.
So
on
as soon
Joyner?
as Joyner drop, I'm gonna get your opinion on that one.
Okay.
But yeah, so there y'all have it. Just like I said, he swears by Lil Baby.
Hey, shout out to Tree.
Man, shout out to Tree, man,
for saying some shit like that.
All right, man. Peace out, homie.
Damn, Tree.
Yep. So
you let me down, Tree.
There it is.
You let me down, Tree.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Hey, it wasn't a bad album.
I will say this: it wasn't a bad album, but it's just, I guess, everybody's music taste is different. You know, if you want some shit where it feels like you know somebody that relates to you, you know, that you're in the hood with, sure, listen to Lil Baby shit. But to me, it all sounds the same. It sounds like fucking
But I will
Future.
say he didn't have a bad
like for instance, you can pull up any Future song and you can splice them bitches together and put a same beat with them, and it all sounds like it's the same fucking song.
But
I guarantee
Future's
to
still
you.
dope though.
Motherfucker,
Speaking
what?
of Future, man,
Oh,
that
my
Life
God.
is Good with him
Oh,
and Drake.
stop, bro. Stop.
When
Stop.
Future and Drake get on a song together, it's
always
a
good.
banger.
It's always good because
Is it because of Drake? It's because of Future. You never really know.
you never really know. Because the thing is, I'm not gonna lie. The first part when Future is actually spitting shit, when you can hear him coherently, yes. But when he goes, I'm making a whoop a woo, I'm like, you lost me, bro.
String on the finger, little bitch. Hey.
Okay, that shit. Yeah, like I said, that shit is clean. But when he's like talking shit, I can't understand him, and he's just going wook a woo. I'm like,
Life's
motherfucker,
good.
what? Life's good. I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, but I don't know. Lil Wayne came out with a new album too.
Man,
That shit was fire. I don't sleep.
Funeral.
Fuck a bed, fuck a spread, fuck a sheet. That
Wayne.
shit. Damn. That shit
Lil
was
Wayne
clean.
is a GOAT. Has always been a GOAT. Forever will be a GOAT. I appreciate the fact that he dropped an album
Hell yeah.
and it seemed as if he didn't skip a beat. So you can't really be mad at that.
He's rapping really good, but have you seen him lately?
Yeah.
That motherfucker don't look good. That motherfucker look like he been doing some shit, like some hard shit. Like I'm
Yeah, he
talking
look a little
like
tough.
he been doing, like he said, like he just did some cocaine off some like I'm telling you, he look like he been doing cocaine, has been sleeping. That motherfucker don't look good,
The
bro.
nigga do look a little
Motherfucker
tough.
need
I
to
ain't
be checked
even
into
gonna lie.
rehab. I'm not gonna lie, that motherfucker needs some rehab, Lil Wayne. Listen, if you're listening, probably not, because you sleeping with money in your bed. You fine. You ain't gonna go hungry during this fucking virus. Nothing. But what I'm saying is, check yourself in during this time. Get that self
You cannot go hungry
isolation.
during this virus.
God damn. Eminem. Eminem's new album.
Eminem.
That shit, Music to Be Murdered By, that album was
what I'm playing
fucking
in.
solid from
You staring at
from
me.
beginning to end.
at me.
Godzilla was good. What's that one song where he's like, I'm not happy with
How the song go
her,
again? Say it again.
rather have you rather have
Y'all
me
got,
too.
man, if y'all can see this.
Dude, that shit is good as fuck. That shit gets me in my feelings every time because I'm like, damn, there's some woman out there thinking about me just as much as I'm thinking about
In your
her.
feelings.
But she's with the dude,
Yeah.
and I'm with the woman. And I just can't do it. We can't make it happen. We can't make it happen. But we still see each other though, you know, when we
Halsey's
can.
album, man. I love Halsey.
Halsey's album was
Man,
actually pretty
her
fucking good
album
too.
was amazing, man. Something about her voice and chills in my spine.
That shit was pretty good. Folks, and just so you know, we're just we all know that you've already listened to all these albums. We're just catching up on, what's on the what's up because we've been gone for quite a while, folks, and now we're back. And so we're trying to get everything, back in order and kind of update with it. So that way, the next podcast we get on will be kind of, more informative and we're actually
Is there a
up to
skunk
date.
in here?
Is there a skunk? There's a snake in my boot. But
Speaking of snake in my boot, wait, pause.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I got nothing.
Shit, you kind of blanked out there for a second. He said-
Speaking of snakes, Omarion and Lil Fizz.
Oh yeah, I had something for the snakes. I just
What is your take on that? Like we boys from 10 years old, 11, 12 years old singing, baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bum, bum, bum. And then Pete, take that. P Diddy come out. But yeah, and then this many years down the road, man. And then, all right, forgive me, I'm going to play devil's advocate because I'm on the side of the fence, and it's old news, but it's funny news. Like, you can't be 100% mad at your girl, or you can't be 100% mad at your homeboy or your ex-homeboy, because a lot of people want to get mad at, Lil Fizz a fucked up nigga for doing that, blah, blah, because girls are supposed to be ride or die, and girls can't do no wrong. News fucking flash, y'all.
This is not
girls
the fucking
can
case.
do way worse than niggas do.
They actually, honestly, they can do way worse because listen, ladies. Like I said in previous podcasts, we got nothing wrong. We love the ladies. We love you. But the thing is, y'all don't be playing all innocent and all playing all shy and, we're perfect angels. No, because y'all be doing us just as fucked up as motherfuckers be doing you. And I don't know if it's because Some random
As
ass
they exes
dude
be
dogged
doing.
you out so fucking bad, so you don't trust niggas. So you over here, doing motherfuckers dirtier than that you've been done before. But it's not right. If you want to break a cycle, you gotta stop it from the beginning. If a motherfucker do you wrong, be like, okay, damn, I'm a queen. You never deserved me in the first place. Bless up. Go find you a man that's worth the time. Don't be going out here doing motherfuckers dirty because you got done dirty too. That shit it creates a vicious cycle. And just like Jordan Lucas said, he gonna pull up while you sleep. You gonna see. Because revenge feels sweet. You gonna see. And that's how a lot of these girls be moving in 2020. Revenge feels sweet.
Blocka. I might hit him. Man, look.
But like I said, my whole take on it, I'll say this. If you was my homie back in the day, we kind of fell out, whatever. And so, maybe she was my girl and, we were kind of ride or die. He kind of, you kind of did me wrong. To me,
wrong.
Okay, he kind of.
I got a child with this woman.
He did.
I done been all over television. You took this woman from me on television, Fizz. That's not cool.
Yeah, that is not cool.
You don't remember you got served, homie?
Yeah,
we was buddies. What you mean? I thought we was doing this for Lil Saint. I thought we was doing this for Lil Saint.
I will say this.
That's the name of the podcast.
If
this one for Lil Saint.
This one.
Folks gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
These motherfuckers like, "Damn, we wait."
They come back and waited all this.
We waited all this time for this shit. I will say this, man. Like, the code. Bros know the code, even though
I don't know no code, man. Black men don't cheat.
All I gotta say is, at the end of the day, you're your own person. So to me, it's just like, if you're gonna move that way, then maybe you weren't supposed to be in my life in the first place. Everything happens for a reason.
Kick rocks, bitch.
That's what I'm saying. Everything happens for a reason, and you may not see it now.
Some people in your life for a reason. Some people in your life for a season. Yeah, simple and plain, man.
Yeah. Some people are in your life for a reason. Some are. Damn. That's a motherfucking catchphrase.
Man, hey.
Damn, shit, this motherfucker be coming up with some crazy.
I ain't coming up with nothing. I heard that on the Tyler Perry play. But
damn. So what else? What else in music are we? What else?
I know Medea said.
Medea said what?
I know Medea said that Maya Angelou said it best. She said, "If someone shows you who they are, believe them."
Oh my god! What the fuck?
That's my Maya Angelou voice.
This motherfucker.
Yachty, DABABY, and Drake. Oprah. Did you see the video?
Yeah, I thought that shit was very awkward. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny at first.
I thought it was the word. What's the word I'm looking for? It starts with a T, ends with a rash, but it. But
this motherfucker.
It had Drake on it.
You look bigger as Oprah bank account. I just can't take it out.
I'm not a Yachty fan,
but
I respect Yachty. I love Yachty. Yachty's from the city where I grew up at, but when it comes to his music, I don't like his sound. I don't like his voice.
All I gotta say is, I wish Drake's verse would have been longer. Like, it could have gone
like
for
the
another, like the whole song. Just take
like
if
it was a whole.
But I will say this. I mean, even then, like, Drake's verse, I don't think really could have saved that song, because the song to begin with wasn't really a good.
I mean, the video was smooth.
The video was kind of awkward,
could have saved
though.
it because I am a full believer. Like, I love DABABY's flow. It's crazy as that shit sounded. But yeah, so I thought
he ain't talking to you. Whenever I hear DABABY, he's talking to me when he says, "Little nigga, shut up. You sound the same." Yeah, nigga, because you do sound the same. Like, listen, little DABABY. I know you're from the hood. I know, you actually be doing street shit, but you also be hitting women. So let's not forget about that. I will say this. This motherfucker does sound the same. And then when he switches the flows, everybody wants to bitch about him about switching the flows. DABABY, show me that you got different flows. I like that shit. But when you, like, literally, most of your fucking songs sound the fucking same. And don't get me wrong, I like that shit. I like the shit that you be playing. The show's good, all your fucking hits, they're good. But after a while, that shit gets old. I mean, it really does. And certain rappers that will stay in the game longer, can switch up flows and do different things, are not afraid to go out the box. For instance, J. Cole has been in this game for so long and has been so well and so talented because he's not afraid to switch up the flows and so not afraid to do what's kind of not in season, but what he likes to do, and also incorporate what's in season as well. So that way, everybody kind of feels like they're part of it. Like, for instance, look at 21 Savage. You know, he went from, you know, just doing, you know, really hard murder shit, fucking, you know, take a nigga bitch, you know, kill somebody, this, to, you know, singing power, the money and the fame, make a monster, to that type of shit. But it's just like, I got nothing against DABABY other than the fact that, you know, he beats up his fans, he put a nigga in a coma, he hit a fucking, you know, woman because she was trying to take a picture, all that shit. Other than that, you know, I ain't got really beef with you. But then again, he's like trying to be just like, shut up. Like, I worked too hard for this shit. Yeah, you worked too hard for this shit, but being a decent human being, that's not hard work, motherfucker. That should just be natural. Like, and that's what I think you're trying to play, like, not the bad boy, but like the motherfucker like don't give a fuck, which nobody, okay, you don't give a fuck. Who cares? Everybody don't give a fuck. But like you hitting a woman, yeah, nigga, we kind of give a fuck about that. Because like you shouldn't be beating on women. You shouldn't be hitting women. Like that shit ain't funny. So it's DABABY, little DABABY, whatever the fuck you want to be called, whatever, man.
Keep making music.
Yeah.
To the little DABABY, whatever it is you want to be called. Well, guys, when we left off, he was shit talking the fuck out of Nicki Minaj. But today,
I will say this. Okay, Yikes is a good song. It is a very good song, and she can spit. Now, whether that's her ghostwriter or that's just her off the top, whatever, I won't take it from her. That song is actually really fucking good. That shit made me actually go, yikes. What the fuck did you just say? Because that shit made, like, it hit when she said, better Rosa Parks, better get your ass up. I said, "Oh, Nicki."
So that's the line that made you a believer.
This is where we're going. Okay, you know. And then that beat was fucking hard as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. When she said, "I need 2 bitches" or something, and then I need 2 limes, it said "doom doom." I was like, "Oh, okay." That shit was kind of clean. So I will say I've been made kind of a believer. Plus, you know, Cardi B hasn't put anything else out other than the coronavirus. The coronavirus.
Hey man, that little snippet.
That little shit. That's actually that shit is kind of clean. I'm not gonna lie.
They always make edits and stuff whenever something major pops off. Yeah. Somebody's always gonna make an edit for the shit, and that shit was hilarious. If anybody follow me on Snapchat, I put, man, that shit's too fucking funny.
But right now, I think there's a lot going on, especially with the coronavirus. I think that was kind of a good segue to kind of put that shit in there. But
so is that what we on now?
Yeah, I mean that's a big. I mean that's like pretty much catching everything up at this point. I mean that's kind of. I don't mean to be doom and gloom, and I don't mean to bring this up, but it's just like something that's so prevalent right now.
Yeah, and I'm gonna lead off with it. Hit me. I was at one of my jobs, and they had a manager meeting. Then they called the workers who were there in the room one by one, and I guess they made phone calls to everybody who wasn't at work. And my boss was like, "Hey, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm laying people off, over half of the staff." Told me I was sticking around. I was gonna keep my schedule. Like, yo, shout out to black people, we're winning. And then that afternoon, I got a phone call that we were gonna go ahead and have to close down or whatever, and be only to go for the next 15 days as far as we know. But who knows how long this could go on. But yeah, so I've been out of work and been off work and just had to find stuff to do. So that's part of the reason why we're finally back, you guys, because it's time now. But we're here and we're back. Like, we're not gonna leave y'all.
Oh no, we're not gonna leave you in this dark time. It's really tough for a lot of people because, especially with everybody with food and with quarantine and not knowing how long, things are gonna happen, and with the scare of death and all this stuff. Now, I will say this: if you take your precautions, you do what you're supposed to do. If you feel feverish, you feel like your chest is hurting, you can't breathe, stuff like that, go to the doctors immediately and go get treated, go get tested for COVID-19. If you want to figure out how to go get tested for COVID-19, you just got to call your public health department. Do not call the hospitals asking can they get tested, because they will not know. You have to call the public health department. They'll figure out a way and where that you need to go to get tested. It is extensive. It's very hard to get tested. I will say this, so don't freak out, because not a lot of people have it. Like, cases like base to base here in Missouri, it's not like super crazy. It's all about us doing our job right now, practicing, that social distancing and practicing, being considerate of everything, washing your hands, making sure that you not touching every fucking single thing when you walk into Quick Trip. Because I see you motherfuckers. I'd still be working there, and I see motherfuckers be touching everything. I'm like, God damn, it's not a fucking joke. It was a joke, back in January. Ha, we had this laugh. But when it's here now, it's a fucking kind of scary. It's not so much for young people because it doesn't really affect us that much unless you have like a very serious underlying disease that you didn't know about, stuff like that. And that's when it starts to kind of affect you because your immune system's just not working. But what it really does affect is like your grandparents, people like that. Those are the people that get affected by it. And those are the people that you got to kind of watch out for. Because their immune system is not how it used to be. And not only that, but, a lot of, Americans are obese. So there's a lot of Americans that have underlying health diseases that they don't know about because a lot of Americans just don't go to the doctors because a lot of people are scared of fucking doctors because, sometimes a lot of people associate going to the doctors with death, which is not the case at all. But I will say this, it has affected a ton of people. And it's affected, here Stiles directly, with work and everything like that. Now with me being in the National Guard,
I don't know if any of y'all know that I smoke weed or not, but I'm letting you know right now I smoke weed and I'm a server and a bartender, so I make my money in cash money every single day and not having to go to work for 15 days to having to pay bills. I might not be able to get weed, so please forgive me because I do have ADHD and suffer from anxiety and depression. So if y'all hear me on this podcast on edge, you know why.
Yeah, it really is no joke. But with me being in the National Guard, I will say this: there's no martial law right now, so don't fucking worry about that. That hasn't been implemented. But I will say this: I don't know exactly where I'm going for my state emergency duty. But what I will say is, our job as the National Guard, we're here to give people food, water, resources. We're going to be here to keep you guys safe and help the stop of the spread of the disease. We're not here to go door to door, take your guns from you, stuff like that. And no, we're not going to have a war with civilians. That is not what I signed up for. I signed up to be in the military, to help my community, not to go to door to kill random civilians. That's not what is going on. I think a lot of people have misconceptions because a lot of people are scared right now, and for good reasons. I understand. But just remember, it's really not that big of a deal. You don't need to have a goddamn over 100 rolls of toilet paper. Your ass won't go through that shit even in a year if you just use how much you're supposed to. You're only supposed to use like 2 pieces, not the fucking whole roll that bitch out and then wipe your whole ass, and you're using the whole goddamn thing, which most of that is not used. I'm gonna be honest with you. And plus flushable toilet wipes are better for your ass anyway, but we're not gonna go into a whole goddamn detail with all that shit. But just make sure you're stocked up on food, water, the essentials.
Do y'all use Charmin?
Motherfucker, I use Charmin, but you don't need a whole goddamn fucking, motherfuckers hit that roll and that shit be rolling.
You got
and
a
shit.
Sam's membership though?
A Sam's Club membership?
Or Costco?
Yeah.
Well, then you already have enough toilet paper.
Yeah, but that's the thing though, that Costco and Sam's was sold out. Even Menards was sold out. Like all these places were sold out. I mean,
is Menards like Sam's and Costco?
It is. It's better. The people bag the shit for you.
It's better. They bag the shit.
No, it is. They have more variety of food. More variety of shit that you need. Camping shit, all sorts of different shit that you'd never know. And they actually, you said quite a bit.
So Menards is like Sam's and Costco?
But I think you save more money, yes.
Oh, here this nigga go.
Bro, no, I'm serious, bro.
Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I love to get that save. Man, look.
Save big monies at Menards.
Wait, shh.
Come on now.
Shh. Damn. No free publicity. But I really didn't know it was like Sam's and Costco and shit like that. I just thought it was... I don't know what I thought it was. I just remember seeing commercials with couches, so I was like, oh,
I don't know what you
like
thought it was
lots.
either. I mean, it's like if Home Depot and Sam's Club were like smashed together.
That's crazy.
No, seriously,
those are two major stores.
Yeah, it's like Home Depot.
Sam's is everything.
Well,
and then you combine it with
Home Depot because you can buy renovation stuff for like your house.
Put a dispensary in that bitch.
Oh my god, you're doing.
They just got to get this shit legal. But man, what do you mean? Can you imagine a dispensary in that bitch with samples?
Oh, with samples?
The way they be having the regular samples at Sam's Club and shit. Man, what do you mean? Samples of weed? Oh yeah, here you go.
Here you go. There it is. Here you are.
Bro, if you ever like down on your luck, man, I'm just finna go walk around here and just try out samples. And that's it. Walk out that bitch higher than giraffe pussy and be perfectly fine for the month.
Oh my.
If it's real weed.
If it's real weed, yeah.
I mean, it's real weed. It's in a dispensary. We got to be real weed. We ain't selling no K2.
God no, you can't be doing that shit.
But yeah. So legalize marijuana.
Legalize. But like I said, folks, this coronavirus is scary, but it will pass. Just like everything will pass. Don't freak out. Don't go ape shit. You guys just need to stay calm. That's what you need to do. If you keep freaking out and you make it a bigger deal, not only are you going to scare your kids, you're going to scare people around you, and that's just not what it does. That causes mass hysteria. And folks, we all know what happens when mass hysteria hits. Shit just goes way dumber than it needs to be. We don't need people out here on the streets looting and rioting. We don't need all that shit. Now,
that's not what we need.
I can't guarantee that's not what's going to happen because certain things are going on with people not having jobs for so long, and we don't know what's going to go on with this $1,000 a month check deal, but the governor of Missouri has already put out saying that the lights are going to stay on, the gas is going to stay on. So if you miss a light bill or a gas bill, that shit ain't going to get cut off. And now I don't know about Wi-Fi. I don't think the governor's going to be paying for that Wi-Fi bill. So you might have to come up with some money for that shit. But they're putting bills in place to implement that shit.
I've been trying to call Spectrum all week, trying to figure out, hey man, y'all gonna fuck with people? Like, I don't got cable. I just got the Wi-Fi package because that's all I need, Yeah. But y'all gonna fuck with the boy? All right.
What's up?
Oh, nothing. I just thought of the next topic.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I will say this. So, the coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, the beer flu, whatever you want to call it. I'm just trying to put some light in the situation. Trying to make everybody feel a little bit better. Stay safe out there, y'all. Practice hand washing, practice good hygiene, and you'll be fine. We
don't know this already. You'll be fine.
And just make sure you don't, stay away from, your grandparents. Like, hey, Gam, hey, G-Paul, whatever, you call your parents, great grandparents, stay away from them. They don't need that. Bring them food as long as that shit's clean in a baggie. Let them bring them some food, but don't be going over there touching them and shit.
In a baggie. All right. Hey, Gam.
Hey, Gam.
You gonna make me lunch? No, I'm good. I don't need any of grandma's cookies, man. This shit's still going around Thanksgiving, bro. A lot of people not gonna be eating.
Oh shit! A lot of people gonna be fucking.
It's gonna be crazy. I just wonder how far this can really extend out. Like, cause I mean, in our lifetime, it's the first I've seen this. I don't know if there was like what actually like happened in the streets of the city during. Because I'm not a history major at all, so I learned it to pass it. So I back in like the plague and the Great Depression and shit like that. Like I'm not positive of what happened throughout the city or what happened with shit like this. But I know in my lifetime, and I was playing PlayStation, and somebody in there who's like 30 something said that his mom said this first time in her lifetime she's seen anything like this. I'm just like where like people out of jobs, like, and it's no alternative. Yeah. Like and to me, it's crazy to see it as a worldwide thing because you could just imagine like how much would it be cared for if it were just a city, if it like just a small city, like if it was just Missouri that contracted this beer flu, how much would it really be cared for?
Not that much.
In all honesty.
Not that much.
And it's like, then are you sending out checks? Well, that's the governor of Missouri, so I'm not going to step on toes there. But as far as life staying on, everything staying on, is this still going on, or is it a personal city for your state? But a personal problem for your state. But that's a political question.
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be because that's a what if. Like I'm not even gonna get into that. But it's just to me, it's just crazy to see an economy like this, see so many people out of work, and it hit me first. Like as far as we're working, and I knew it was gonna happen. Work started to get slower and slower, of course, and it was like we interact with the people on a daily. I'm like, all right, cool. So they shut down restaurants for 15 days, and the next thing I know, but prior to that, they already did the school ban and everything like that. But hearing, literally, the day I heard that Missouri said there could be no more than gatherings of 10 or more people, I had a party of 11 at work. Like,
shit.
And I mean, it was a baby, so I guess it didn't really count. But yeah, I'm still just mind-boggled, flabbergasted, and mind-blown, all of the above, at the simple fact that it's really taken out an entire country like this right now, and the signs of getting any better are there, but nobody's positive of anything.
Yep.
So, but as they said, get tested, and stay safe. Do everything you can for the regular precautions, because it's been said that it feel like regular flu. It may feel like pneumonia, or you could have it and not have it. But I'm not scaring anybody. I want everybody to remain calm and just understand that for the most part, it's under control. If you feel any symptoms, if you feel sick at all, please, because a lot of people are afraid to go to the doctor because they don't want to find out about stuff that they didn't know about. And I've been there. I'm not gonna, pin that on anybody, but it's something you do have to know about, because we do have to think about life past 30. And it's sad that this is a wake-up call to a lot of people, but I'm glad it's here.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's here because it's a wake-up call to a lot of people to get right, to get their health done, and get their health checked, and
just paying attention, really. Just
exactly.
And
This is
the right
the
things.
most people have been involved in the news and stuff in a long time, and
seriously. Shit.
If we could be like this more and more, man, world might be a better place, and maybe weed would be legal. I don't know, but I just pushed that because now we were speaking of Wi-Fi earlier. Stay safe, y'all. Stay safe and sanitized. We're speaking of Wi-Fi, which brings me to our Netflix talks.
Oh shit!
Come on,
you gotta have that shit.
These.
Yeah, you gotta have those now.
On my block season 3, I've seen it. On my block season 3, amazing. Left with a cliffhanger or whatever, of course.
We got to.
It's spoiler. Fuck it, man.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Too late.
Shout out to Jamal for carrying the show for 3 seasons.
Seriously though, Jamal has been like the fucking man. His back must be broken.
Jamal, known by Brett Gray, yeah, he definitely has been carrying the show. But did they never found Lil Ricky, guys? That was that was the plan, but we never found Lil Ricky. But I'm guessing that when season 4 does come out, hopefully it will come out, we'll be 2 years into the future, and I guess you want to know how everybody's life changed. So that was an amazing cliffhanger, but it really, in my opinion, it's a perfect way to leave it off if you never come back with another season.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, we know what happens to them 2 years later, but, you want to see people graduate high school or whatever maybe.
Oh, shit. This coronavirus, you ain't seen nobody graduate.
And so moving on from that, All-American Season 2 was released on Netflix. That's the story about the football player from Crenshaw who transferred to Beverly Hills to play for a coach by the name of Billy Baker, whom, it's a whole bunch of, and I talked about this on this podcast, season 1 before. It's a crazy story between the families and everything like that. But season 2 is out, and I have seen it, and it's amazing. Once again, another cliffhanger, but spoiler alert.
Have you seen? Go ahead with your spoiler alert, bro.
It's his. Oh yeah. This is this couldn't even be a better segue. The football player's name on All-American is Spenser, and great segue. And so yeah, Spenser.
Confidential.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That shit is fucking good as fuck.
Spenser got shot in the shoulder in season 2 of All-American, which could have put his football career in jeopardy. And but he healed back from it apparently. But then he was told by the doctors he was 100% ready and healed and good, and there was no nerve damage or anything. But then he grabbed something out the fridge at the end, and his arm locked up. Damn. So, but his plan for next season was to transfer back home to Crenshaw, his high school, win a championship there, because his coach Billy Baker is coming with him there, and Billy Baker used to play football at Crenshaw. It's just you have to see it because it's so much drama in it. There's love, there's death, there's crime, there's music, It's really, really good. And it's a CW show. So kind of shocking. But yeah, so that's on my Block Season 3 review. That's All American 2. All American Season 2 review. Also, I'm scrolling through and I like how Netflix has this new
system.
What's a top watch?
Yeah, top watch, top 10.
Yeah, and I mean it helps a little bit, but at the same time, it's just like I'm gonna watch what I want to watch when I get on here. Which brings me to something else. Off subject, real quick. I did watch that show called The Circle that was on Netflix. I watched the whole season of it. It was really amazing. Like I really like how they put that shit together.
What's that one about?
The Circle was, I think they had maybe 8 individuals and they put them in separate rooms, and the goal was to pretty much see who could get most popular on the social media throughout the household, but like nobody knew what each other looked like, so it could have been a catfish, whatever it was, but you was just getting, like, you didn't hear voices or anything. Like, you just got popular off, you know, what people posted. You, of course, couldn't vote for yourself, and you built friends, you built alliances within the household, but that was a great show. If they come out with a season 2, I'd definitely watch it. It was a dude who was pretending to be his girlfriend on there, made it to like the fucking finals. And it pissed me off because I did not like him. I think his name was like Seabass or some shit. But, no offense to you, bro. And then there was a girl named Sammy on there who should have won. Boy, Sammy was so motherfucking fine. Boy, I follow her on Instagram. I don't follow a lot of celebrities on Instagram, but she, man, look. Man, I don't even know how to explain it. But all right, so and now there's a show on there called Love Is Blind on Netflix, which I'm 100% against. It's Nick Lachey and his wife, whomever that is, and they it's pretty like you it's kind of set up like The Circle, but it's like you're finding the person you're marrying. Like
what the fuck?
Like you're in there. And you literally like marry the person without knowing what they look like, without like any of that shit. Like, but then it's a second part of the show that shows them after they get married, of course, living together and shit. So that would be the interesting part to watch, as long as that's not fucking filmed and staged and shit.
Yeah,
but,
which a lot of that shit is.
So I haven't really watched that, but that's something. If anybody wants to watch it or has watched it, let me know, and I'll give it a chance. I'm on the fence right now. I just need somebody to tell me, okay, try it out, or I just got to be that bored, but not having to work for the next so many days. I'm probably going to have to do it. Yeah. Like, and I'm gonna do it for y'all regardless. So, whatever. But Spenser Confidential, amazing.
Great.
It popped up. It was when at the time I saw it, I was watching On My Block. I went in to watch On My Block, and Spenser Confidential was number 2, and it was like based on children's books, this, that, and the third. And so I clicked on it, and I just saw like Post Malone in the cutscene that they show on the Netflix like trailer preview screen, and I was like, Post in a movie? Cool, let me try it out. Then I realized he had a major role, but not a major role, but it still doesn't, like, cause I'm a big Mark Wahlberg fan. Like, Mark Wahlberg, one of them guys in my eyes, can't really do no wrong. So checked it out, and I'm like,
it's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid fucking movie.
It's a great movie.
It's got that one guy from Black Panther, the big that guy. You know what I'm talking about?
That guy.
They know what I'm talking about.
But definitely, Spenser Confidential was a great one. Of course. I mean, it's a children's book. I'm pretty sure it's a series. I got to do more research on it. But there's, the idea of another one just based off how it ended. So I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, no way it is.
So I wouldn't be surprised, but I would 100% watch it based off what the issue would be. But not going to drop spoiler alerts on that one. That's a new one on Netflix. I need to go ahead and watch that. Have you picked up anything new, seen anything new?
I would say for the most part, I've been kind of just going through, the motions with a lot of stuff. I've really been more on Amazon Prime. I actually finished this show called Hunters, and it's actually really fucking good. It's about it takes place in like 1970, so right after the Vietnam War, and kind of like after, and it's about how Nazis have been smuggled to America and are like kind of living out their like plot, but there's like this Jewish group called the Hunters that are like finding out their identity and killing them, like one by one. So it's like a really fucking cool thing. It's actually directed by Jordan Peele. So
love him.
So
Go on ahead.
So it has like a lot of like you'll like if you go and watch it, you'll see a lot of like different aspects of it, but like it kind of like goes from, you know, a little bit of like comedy to like really serious, like this shit, you know, happened during the camps of like going back to like people who survived the Holocaust and kind of showing little bits of that, and it's really very interesting.
I'm on board with Jordan Peele, so
yeah, it's a really good watch. You should definitely watch. I mean, I watched it all the way through. It's like the first episode's pretty long. It's like an hour and 40 minutes, and then the rest of the show is just anywhere between an hour. It's like 50 minutes. So
I said up here on the podcast before, which I love shit like that. Which I'm gonna tell you a story about that. I said up here on the podcast before you guys that Jordan Peele was possibly getting his hands on Candyman. And he did. And it will be coming out. And I'll be going to see it. Like,
yeah, that shit looks good.
No doubt, yeah. It looks like the same story, like really, which of course, you know, you can't really change the story, but it has differences in it. But it really looks really well shot. I think the way he does it's gonna be more of like a psychological thing too as well. And it's definitely gonna be worth the watch. And what did I say prior to that? What did I say before that?
A story that you had told me, I think.
Oh yes, because this podcast comes in handy, and I tell you like this because the person who we were just talking to, Tree and I were playing PlayStation the other day. Shout out to MLB The Show 20 that has dropped. I've been on that. What game have you been playing lately? I mean,
oh shit, I've been playing
Warzone.
Call of Duty Warzone, but I've also been playing The Hunt.
Okay.
Showdown. It's a really fucking scary but also really fun game. You should definitely play it sometime. But it's the shit, to be honest with you. Also, Doom Eternal dropped today. That shit is fucking
I'm hearing good
sick
stuff.
as fuck. It's really good game. Really good game.
That's a game I'm gonna get an IGN review on and then go.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah.
2077.
Yeah, you are an Xbox guy as well.
Yeah, so I'm excited. It's gonna be but it's cross-platform. Everything's cross-platform. We can play in Warzone together.
Yeah, true.
Everything's pretty much.
I'll be on Warzone too. Yeah.
Plus, with the new consoles coming out, the Xbox
have you seen the size of it?
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like a brick, but it's smaller than the Xbox One.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice. I would hope so, because it looks like a fucking cinder block.
PS5?
No. I don't think they've released the image of it yet.
Well, they released like what it's kind of based off of, what it's gonna look like, sort of.
I want to be surprised.
Yeah, you'll be surprised. All right, it kind of looks it's all right, but I think no matter what, these consoles are gonna be pretty good. But right now, Microsoft's waiting to release its price because Sony's waiting to release and drop it because they want to know, you know, what's the price of it too as well. So,
but like I was saying, throughout the time of not doing the podcast, I've listened back to all of the former podcasts, Yeah. I listen back to a lot of the recent podcasts just because I want to see, you know, where's that room for growth? Like, and of course, y'all remember Lou. Y'all remember I started off with a whole different co-host up here. And like, you know, here we are now. I just go back and I listen to it just trying to figure out, you know, what can I do better or however. And that's why, you know, we got new. What y'all don't understand where this podcast has came from to where it's at now, to where my image and you know goal of getting it to is. But where I'm at right now with it,
I think it's really good. Yeah. I think you set your goals and we've already got stuff in plan and
and y'all will definitely be into that. But I listened back to him and I was talking to Tree the other day, and Tree and I were having a conversation about Tyreek Evans and about the NBA. Not going on right now, and Tyreek Evans being banned or whatever. And he was like, "Oh man, for real." And you know, true friends are true friends. So if they listen to your podcast, they do. If they don't, they don't. Yeah. And that's another thing I like to tell people because I name drop the late for class every single where I go. If you see me on Snapchat, you know that. And I like everybody knows about that shit, from the fucking clerks that work at Quick Trip in front of the apartment complex where I live at, to the people in the gas stations where I go to buy Dutchess and Backwoods at all the time. Like the Pakistani folks, they know. Like, everybody know I got a podcast, and I make sure to make that shit fucking known. But I tell people, if you in a podcast, that's cool. If you're not, you're not. Then I also know you have, and I keep getting off subject, but I'm going to stay with it. But I also know some people are in audio shit. Like, you listen to audio podcasts, cool. If that's your life, if that's the time you have for it, Cool, listen to the audio. Then some people relate so much more by YouTube, by watching it, which is why we're on that next level with that now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a whole different fan base we'll get. And then, we'll get the listeners that listen to the audio, then go and still listen to it again and watch it. Just, but that's love right there. But I tell people, if you don't listen to podcasts, that's cool. I'm not going to force it upon you. But if somebody ever bring up the word podcast to you, remember my black ass told you the Late for Class podcast is the shiznit. But Tree and I were talking about Tyreek Evans, and then he was like, "Oh man, what happened?" And I literally pulled up episode 7 of the podcast where we were talking about Tyreek Evans, and he was banned for 2 years because he failed the drug test in the NBA, and it clearly couldn't have been marijuana. So we and I played that little segment for Tree real quick, and she was like, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, if you was a real friend, you would know."
Time for the fuckery post of the week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. Y'all know the routine by now. It's the fuckery post of the week. I got like 4 of them.
Oh, shit.
Trying to contain my laughter. I got 4 or 5. I don't know. All right, we're going to start with 1. It was just a meme on Facebook. Something funny, Said, I saw my wife slightly drunk yelling at the TV. Don't go in there. Don't go in the church, you moron. She's watching our wedding video again. That shit's crazy.
Damn, that's fucked up. What the fuck? She's watching our wedding.
And this lady on Facebook said that her coworker had to have a conference with her son's teacher because of a note that he wrote. Well, we have the note.
What does the note say?
The note says... I believe this is written by elementary schoolers, so I'm going to try my hardest. Dear Mrs. James, I am angry of you because you took 25 of my hummingbird bucks, all because I was talking to Connor. That's no big deal. I'm only 6. I can't be quiet all the time, and that makes you a thief and crook, and you are going to hell, real hell, the burning one, because you are a thief. I worked hard for those bucks, and my only prayer in chapel today was that God gets you to hell fast, super fast, and that your new haircut is real bad. Isaiah.
Damn. That shit's funny as fuck. His name's Isaiah. Holy shit.
Written by a 6-year-old named Isaiah.
Oh my god.
So, hey guys, we have our first fuckery post of the week from a in-studio guest.
Holy shit.
Did you write this when you were 6?
Maybe I did. I don't fucking know. I don't know if there's a bitch like that out there.
Hell no. But there was that one. And there is also the one that says, my job be tripping. These folks expect a nigga to work as soon as I get here.
Sir, have you had a job before? Is this your first time?
Nah, gotta be.
Oh my god. They expect me to work yeah, that's what they pay you to do. You clock in, you work. Excuse me, sir.
And for our final fuckery post.
What we got?
Save the best for last.
Please.
All right, so I was at McDonald's in the drive-thru this morning, and the lady behind me honked at me and flipped me off because I was taking too long to order. So I paid for her food. I moved up and she leaned out the window looking all crazy at me because the teller told her I paid for her food. She felt embarrassed. When I got to the second window to get my food, I showed them both receipts and took her food too. I paid for it. It's mine. Now she has to wait even longer.
Damn.
She gonna learn today.
That's funny as fuck. Oh my god. Could you imagine?
Man.
That is like the ultimate fucking fuck you.
She gotta go get back in line.
Not only am I gonna buy your food, so she felt embarrassed. Like, oh damn. She said, fuck it, I'm gonna take your food too. You know what she probably did? Gave it to some homeless dude. So now you gotta go back around, back in that bitch, and then have to order again. And probably a long ass line too.
And if it was a difficult order, you know the folks on the inside gonna be mad as hell.
Yeah, bro. That's
gonna get some waffle fries from McDonald's. That should say Timberland in the middle. Nah, ain't no waffle fries.
I'm like, what?
Nah, you get no waffle fries from McDonald's. That say Timberland in the middle. See, that's what happens when you go through there fucking with the people in the drive-thru.
Oh shit!
People that yell through the drive-thru, speak at the people. They're like, yeah, I want you to calm down. They will fuck your food up if you yell at them through the drive-thru.
Have you seen that video now that's circulating? Is like this fucking kid throws this fucking whole tray of drinks that he gets at the motherfucker. I'm like, so, and folks, let this be known. This is a white kid in a white suburban area doing this. You know damn well if he would have came down to 31st and Prospect McDonald's trying
Hell
to do some
no.
shit like that, boy, he get his ass beat the fuck up
like a motherfucker.
He be like, yeah, I did. I'm gonna throw this drink that you did. Fucking come out that bitch. Shaquita come fucking fuck you up, bro. Better calm the fuck down.
All right, yo, well.
I think.
All right, boom, y'all. Sheesh, I guess the bell just went off. So, damn it.
Damn it. We kind of hit everything that we needed.
We're here. We're back, man. This is Late for Class podcast.
We're gonna.
Yeah, we hit everything.
We're gonna be back more frequently. We're gonna get it set up for YouTube so that way we can record videos for you guys. This is not just a one and done. We're gonna start. You're gonna start seeing us more, and we're gonna start.
We're gonna be
more
filming
shit
it.
for you guys.
I'll try to get a certain date where it'll be posted. You know, for y'all to listen to, then a date where it'll be posted on YouTube. But y'all already know. Even before we get it started, like, subscribe, comment. Y'all already know the routine.
Share our shit.
I was just about to get there with the hashtag SOS because nothing has changed at all, y'all, man. Hashtag share our shit. Make sure you listen to, man. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Podbean, everywhere, man. We're getting out there. It's a pleasure. I love being back, man. It's y'all know, man. It's been Stiles, man. It's a Late for Class podcast,
and it's been Isaiah, and it's been a humble time sitting here talking to you guys, and I can't wait to be back. So,
and y'all know the routine, man. Don't be late.
Don't be late.